Hi there, David here, back with another video. In this week's video, we're going to be talking about print advertising, okay? And if you do any for your business, I'm going to give you some tips on how you can track it, see if you can get a return on your investment, okay? So stay tuned. Okay, so we're going to be talking about print advertising, and if you do any print advertising, then this will be good for you. CTA, what I mean by CTA is a call to action. Do you put a call to action? There's some other stuff on the board here which we'll cover. Or it's like a direct response. So does the user have to take action, you know, to when they view your ad? So it's like a direct response advert. So stuff I'm going to cover. Let's get the pen. But firstly, I mean, this is a local brochure or magazine in my area, and I think it's got a circulation of about 100,000. Someone told me. I've not checked it up, but the point is, I've been skimming through this, looking for ads and things that people run, and you know, the more you sort of go into these magazines, to give you an idea, this half page on this advert is £90. Okay, it runs at £90. So a full page, I don't know what a full page actually is, but going through it, most of the ads in here, there's no sort of real call to action for the user to take. Some of them have offers, so which is great. You know, there's something like you can bring in and get a certain amount of money off a particular order, or like a 2-for-1 for a dinner. But flicking through it, these ads only really have information, okay? So there's just, you know, skimming through it, you find stuff. There's nothing really for someone to pick up and go, right, this is actually, I've folded this page example, this is for actually a local school. And it's interesting, they put the ad in there, and right down the bottom in small writing, it just says open morning, 27th. Now, if this ad was going out, so this is for the November edition, if this ad was going out, you spent £90 on that, surely you'd want to have that as bigger and bold as possible to let people know there's an open morning. I mean, I missed that initially just looking at it. The other one, Toy Town here, we've got a Toy Town ad, and again, nothing. No call to action, no voucher, no discount, nothing off. Just, you know, information where you can contact them. So you really, by doing that, you're chancing that they're going to, you know, this is going to be sitting on someone's kitchen table and they might pick it up around Christmas time and remember they saw a toy advert in the magazine. So there's no real call to action. This one is an advert for a restaurant here on the left, and I mean, how it looks for you in the light might actually, you might be right, but when I flick through this sort of in the daylight, in the, you know, just in a room, that I missed the heading of this place. Totally missed the heading. Didn't even know where it was. I was like, you know, I've missed the heading. You know, they want to be big and bold so you know where it is. Christmas menu, I caught that bit, but I didn't catch where it was. You know, flicking through it, there's not many of the ads in here. So here's a full page ad. I mean, that's a full page ad for a funeral service. You know, they've probably paid good money for that. I don't know what a full page ad runs is. I don't reckon it's just double the 90, but it might be 180. But anyway, if you're going to run these ads, have a call to action, okay? People want to take action. They want to come to your, or see your ad, and either, you know, tear off something or bring the, you know, the brochure into your shop. So there's a couple of things. If you're going to run an ad in these brochures, you need to have a result, okay? There needs to be a goal towards that ad. Every ad you run or every flyer you print, there must be a result at the end of it. So, for example, for a result here, you're either going to want them to come into your shop. So like, for example, it would be an in-store. You know, you want to make sure they come and bring this into your store, or it'd probably be online, okay? So they want to go to your online shop. So you've got two results there. There's just two examples of how this is going to work. So make sure your ad has a result or a goal. So, for example, I've just put together an ad for a company, and they were going to run it. It was like £90, they're going to run it, and this time of the year is now just coming into December, so it's going to be quite busy, and they were going to run the ad, and they've got two magazines out, and they're going to run it in both. And I saw the ad, I said to them, there's no way of tracking this ad, there's no call to action for them to take. You're just putting an ad in there and spending £180, and you're busy in this time of year anyway, so it doesn't really matter. You're never going to know if there's a return on your investment for that advert. And in the end, we changed it. We only published it in one place, and we also put in a discount and an option for them to cut out or bring in the brochure saying, come in, you can get an I think it was 10 or 20% off your order. Okay, so that was really why we done it. And as soon as we put it in the magazine, they actually come back to us and said, oh, you should be putting something on here to track for your online sales. And you know, they are right, yes, but initially our result was not to have an online a response for this. We wanted them to come into the shop and make a purchase with bringing it and getting a discount. The reason being is if you get them into your shop, you could effectively educate them more about your products, and you'd end up upselling them, or you'd be building a bit of a relationship with your customer, which is, far better thing to do rather than just them come in, make a purchase and leave. Get them into your shop and, get to know them, and eventually they could become a lifetime customer. So our result for our ad was in store. Okay, that's why we didn't put anything on there for people to go onto the website and make a purchase. Okay, so another thing is tracking. If you're going to run an ad in here, you want to track it. Okay, so for our in-store ad was obviously a 10% off. In the advert, we had a little, just a little box. Cut them out. I think it said cut it out or bring it in store and you get 10% off. Okay, that's basically what it said. They could bring this brochure in or rip it out of the book and come in and get 10% off. So basically, you want a way of tracking it. So are you running a voucher, or you're going to have a custom phone number? If your goal was not for them to come in the store, you could have a custom phone number which they could call to make an order. So if it's like a mail order, again, if you're doing online, you do like a discount code. So you'd use a code if you're tracking it online. So that'd be one way. Also custom landing pages. Okay, so by that I mean, if I'm going to put landing pages. Okay, so by custom landing pages, what I mean for that is tracking. If you put an ad in here, rather than just sending them to your website, you could send them to a custom landing page which was specific to the audience watching it, or reading it. So if it was in a particular area like where we are in Brighton, you could have a custom page just for that audience in Brighton, and it'd just be different. And there it could have your offer on it as well. Okay, so you've got to think it's a way of tracking it. Okay, so if people land on that custom landing page and they take action, you know that you're getting a return from your ad. Okay, so tracking is really important, and that's why we done the voucher one, so we can track if they come in store. Okay, so all these things kind of tie together. Whatever you're doing, tracking will, it'll come together. If you're tracking online or you're doing in store, you'll be some kind of way to find out if your result, is achieved. Unique and targeted is the other one I've put here, and that kind of comes again with the custom landing pages. You want to either target a specific group of people, okay, with your ad, and you want to make it unique as well. So it's not the same as everything else or other promotions you've got running on your site. Your ad is unique to that particular audience, or unique to that offer or that theme or that time of year. So right now we're coming to Christmas, so obviously your offer is going to be unique around Christmas. But when I say unique, it could be different and only specific for these people. So it could be 30% off just for the readers of this magazine. Now, you probably have these in your local town. You will. There'll be little companies that have started them up, or even big companies now that have started them up, and they run these brochures and these advertising free magazines, and they do reviews, and you get you can get a write-up in them about your company, which obviously gives you a bit more exposure. But again, if you're doing any kind of print advertising, follow this. Follow this. You want to have a result, you want to track it, and you want to make it unique and targeted. Okay. I'm not going to go on too much about the whole emphasis of wasting money, because people do. You look through here, some of these ads are just wasted. Someone's just literally put in an ad. I mean, here's a jeweler. There's nothing wrong with this. I'm not trying to diss this company for putting an ad in, but they've put an ad in. There's nothing. There's no call to action. They don't know how effective this ad is going to be for them. If they've got money to blow and waste on ad, then fine. It's some small businesses don't have that budget, and they'll want to know, do they get a return on their investment? So for the ad that we run, for I think in Brighton it was going out to so many. I think it was 100,000 in. I think it was the Brighton one. Anyway, the point is they can pick this up, come into the shop, and make a purchase. Now the offer we done, it was 10% off if they come in and spend. Hopefully they'll come into the shop, get to know the customer or the shop owner, learn more about their products. But we will know straight away if we get 100 of these brought back in, and we end up, and we track what they spend, and we can see they come in through this offer. We can see if that was a return on the £90 that's spent. Has it generated more leads? Can we track other ways? Actually, another way to track while I'm on that is actually you could have a how did you hear about us, that kind of thing. So if you're on a contact form, or if you send them to your custom landing page, if they come into a targeted landing page, put on there the how did you find us, okay? So effectively, if you could actually have a multiple ads going to one landing page, and that could be your key big question: how did you find us? At least then you'll know people if they're coming through a particular magazine or an advert that you're running. Okay, so small businesses, track your stuff, don't waste your money, and it's definitely worth advertising. You've got to run some tests, but you want to make sure you track and you see there's a return on your investment. Okay, I won't go on any more about that one, but I hope you like this video. More videos coming soon. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel or visit me on my blog, and you'll get more videos each week all about marketing and helping small businesses with little tips and strategies on how they can track advertising, for example. Anyway, more videos coming soon.